Oh,
Oh,
that's
like
tough.
I haven't done it forever. A cold open. That's the word. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Ghost Syndicast, Season 3. This episode, I will be your host. I am Dylan, and I am joined here by Andrew
Hi.
and Nick.
Hello.
I'm sure
As
we're already
energetic
clipping the
as
microphone on
always.
that.
Yeah.
That's just my voice, dog. What do you want from me?
You see, I was kind of trying to
I
continue the bit Nick did last episode where he goes, "Yeah, hello," or whatever, because like I've also been feeling under the weather, but you know,
I don't know. I think just after our last karaoke adventures, like my voice is genuinely just different now.
interesting.
Well, I was about to say, what do you want me to do? I want you to be that karaoke whatever to tell me about what you've been up to recently since the last time that we recorded.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, lucky for us, it actually hasn't even been that long this time. What, like 2 weeks, if even?
Yeah, like
3.
3, of
has it
course.
been?
Yeah.
I guess.
Now, obviously, it's been
Oh, that's
exactly
it. When
2
is this
weeks
slotted
because
to?
when
Of
is this
course, of
slotted
course.
to come out?
When is this slotted to be released?
Hold on. Let me do some quick counting. The uh 24th of March, which is when we're also recording
Does
it.
that mean? Of course, of course. Does that mean that next episode we do April Fools?
We're actually skipping over April Fool's week. We could, I could cut this part,
Yeah,
and
that is.
we could just skip a week of uploading and make this the April Fool's. I don't know.
No, if we're gonna do an April Fool's episode, we have to come prepared.
All right, well, the April
We
Fool could
have to
be that
come.
album of the fortnight only had 1 week to rest.
Yeah. Album
Oh,
of
so it's
the
just album of
week.
the
We
night.
could just upload. We could
Album of the
we could
half the
upload episode
fortnight.
7. No, that dude, that's the tech. All right, so we do
Album
that,
of the
and
bi
then a week
fortnight.
later, I think. Hold on, if this comes out the 24th, does that
Album
mean
of
that
the
April Fool's is
album
like
of
an
the yeah, album of
actual
the
week
year.
after that?
Yeah.
Okay, so 24. Ah, shit, no, it's a week and a day.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
tough.
yeah. That's alright.
But that'll work. We could just upload it then, and then take 3 weeks for that, so it'll be episode of the fortnight and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's inform the viewers of our plans and then not follow them in the
Well, that would be
slightest.
the
I think it's
ultimate
a great
prank. They
idea.
think they're gonna get pranked, like, oh, they're just fucking around. And then when we actually do it, or don't, either way.
I think what would be even funnier if we just upload this video like after we do the April Fool's video.
We just slot this one in episode 9 just because.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, gang.
Uh,
We're talking about the viewers. I think our last like 4 videos have each gotten like 5 views.
The viewers are basically us. Maybe
Ooh,
one
well, hold
porcelain
on,
I have to
hold
after,
cut
on
or
that.
just a
now.
rewatch.
I haven't listened to them
Oh,
yet.
shit.
Honestly,
So,
I haven't
once I
either.
do them,
You can put like a fucking quack sound over it or something.
Yeah, that's true. So, quack.
Oh wait, no, you could put the iron pipe sound over it.
Wait, do I have that
There
on
you
my
go.
soundboard?
I think so.
I
Oh
would like
god,
them
wait,
to
this
know.
whole time we could have been using the soundboard during these fucking recordings.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh man. I
Oh no.
honestly
This
don't know if OBS is gonna pick that. No, it should. It should. Yeah, yeah. We're good. We're good.
if it's just recording Discord audio, it definitely will.
Yeah, but it records my mic on a separate track. It doesn't record my mic through Discord, and I don't know what it counts. I don't know. It should pick it up. But regardless.
I mean, if you could hear it, All right, wait, we got to talk about our lives. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't had anything actually interesting happen in the last few weeks, but I do have a fun little story to tell from a long time ago.
Oh, please do.
So, my girlfriend and I at the time had only been dating for maybe 6 months, I think.
Maybe one more.
And I was sleeping over. Yeah, I was sleeping over at her house. And then like I don't know, it was like 1 a.m. or so. And then she woke up and she shook me awake and she was genuinely like crying, talking about, "Oh my Nick, your fart smells so bad."
Bro, oh my god.
I didn't I didn't even know how to respond to that. I was like, dude, I can't even feel bad about it because that was it was just so funny. Like my girlfriend's crying in my arms, and at the same time, the reason it was me.
Well, that's just because you're Italian.
Hopefully the first and only time you make
Oh,
your
of course,
girlfriend cry.
Garlic literally runs
Yes,
through your veins. So
I guess you're right. Yeah, that earned me a name that I've asked her to retire. She called me Stinky for a while. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
I
fully
think
inaccurate.
I think we could come up with a better one. I mean, it's like I call her my girlfriend. That's not even her name. Her name's Nick's girlfriend, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
nicknames.
not cute enough, I don't think.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's all. I got a couple more stories, but I'm gonna pass the floor over to Andrew.
All right. I what was that? About a week ago, a week and 2 days now. Um, I saw Bad Flower live with Gwen and her girlfriend. Bro, that show pretty dope. Uh, Point North was one of the openers who like I like a couple of their songs, but Bad Flower. So I've seen them once before this live, and it was at this place up in Jersey City where there's like a like a yeah, I guess banister. It's like a thing above the actual floor that with like some seats above it. And during that show, the singer, like in the middle of a song, the drummer starts doing a drum solo, and the singer like went backstage up and around, and then like started hanging off the banister and finished the song or whatever. I was like, when I saw them before, I was like, yeah, that's pretty dope. And then we saw them in New York, I think Irving Plaza, I think. I don't remember. Someplace in Manhattan. And they also had a banister, but it was a little bit like lower than the one in Jersey City. And so, in the middle of the song, he does the same thing. He goes up and he's hanging on the edge and he's like, "Yo, New York, if you're feeling strong tonight, I need you to come a little bit closer to me right now." And like
Oh no.
I'm filming it and I'm like, "Yo, he's about to fucking jump." So then like the music cuts back in, he sings like one more like round of the chorus. Then he just like turns to like his back's facing the crowd and he just like puts his arms out like he's Jesus Christ on the cross and falls backwards onto the crowd of people and then they crowd surf
Doing a
him back to the
Oh.
stage to like finish the song. That shit was so fire. Unfortunately, the song selection for Bad Flower that day was not my favorite. Like they have like this EP that they started with that I'm not crazy for. They played every song off of it. My two least favorite songs from their newest album they played. But like despite that,
Like this one's only for the real fans.
yeah. Despite all that, it was still an incredible performance. Like so fucking cool. Just jumping off a balcony onto people to crowd surf. That shit was dope.
He seems like a small enough guy. I mean, could you
Yeah.
imagine if like the lead singer of let's see, of like
Ooh,
Seether, for example, did that?
I don't think he's that big. Well, I was thinking
I
more.
mean, he's like,
You
well,
remember?
he's a little, he's not like rail thin. Like, what's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah. Josh something from Bad Flower.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you
Or
remember
the guy from
Atreyu?
Bowling for Soup, maybe.
Oh, yeah. That guy's name is Josh Reddick, I think. But do you remember the guy from Atreyu? Bro, he just
Maybe.
looks like he's worked in construction for 35 years. So, a little
I'm gonna take a look at
backstory.
this.
Me, Nick, and Gwen saw like Motionless in White, Ice Nine Kills, Black Veil Brides, and Atreyu at Madison Square Garden a few years ago. And Atreyu was like the opener. I don't think they were originally supposed to be on the tour, but like whoever was supposed to open canceled and they were like filling in. And like no one there knew their songs. And it was so cringe. They were like, the guy from Atreyu was like, "Come on, guys! I know you know this next one. I want to hear you singing along." Meanwhile, you're the opener. Like, nobody's there for you. It's like, "Yeah, let's go, guys. I know you know this one." No one's singing. It's dead silent. And I think he
Nope.
said something like, "Where's the energy at, New York?" And it's like, we don't know you, gang. Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, have some modesty.
We
It's like-
can know them.
It didn't come off
May
right at all.
17th, they're performing near us.
Oh, Atreyu?
Really?
New Jersey.
Dude, that's my
We
favorite
wanna
band.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We could go see them.
I don't know. Like, I've seen a decent amount of shows, and like all the openers who I didn't know, the best, in my opinion, the best way for them to like get the crowd into it is just to be like, "All right, who's excited for headliner?" And then everyone's cheering and shit. That's all you have to do. Don't be like, "Who's here
That
for
would
me?"
work every
Nobody,
time.
bro. Like,
Literally.
literally no one's here for you, gang. That's why you're opening and they're headlining. Like, I don't know. That shit is just funny. But yeah.
There's also the age-old tech. What was that band that opened for Daughtry? What are they
Oh,
called?
Sleep Theory?
Yeah. The other age-old tech, you
Yeah.
literally just
You play a
perform
cover.
a cover of a pop song everyone knows.
Yeah.
And like he yelled that to the crowd. He's like, "Yeah, I know everybody knows this one."
Yeah. And then
And
they
I-
play Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, yeah, right. Everyone knows. I never heard of you, and they started fucking playing Bye Bye Bye. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
When I saw the Sad Summer
And that's how I
Festival,
listened to their album.
Yeah. When I saw the Sad Summer Festival in Philly last year, well, it's gonna be 2 years now. Damn, time flies. Am I right, guys? One of the random openers played "King for a Day" by Pierce the Veil, and they were horrible. Like, there's some songs when you cover, like, maybe you should, I don't know, and the one that requires like really good screaming and
Think twice
singing,
about it.
I don't know. But you know, speaking of King for a Day, Nick, me, and Nick's girlfriend went to this like emo night karaoke event on Friday. It was our first
Oh,
time
yeah.
at one of those, so like we didn't know exactly how it worked. So we ended up not being able to actually perform because like they ran out of spots for people to sign up for. But it was cool. I don't know if you want to talk at all about that, Nick.
I mean, it was
I have some thoughts.
awesome. Like the backing band, at least, what they seemed to be
Oh yeah.
at least at the very like they could play the songs, of course. That's why they have the list. But
Mhm.
like they had a lot more energy than the opener. Which, first of all, why the fuck was there an opener for a
Yeah.
karaoke show?
Yeah, that was one of
But-
the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. It's this band called Project Hybrid Theory, which I was honestly a little excited because I was like, I'd heard about them on like Instagram or something. And then they come on and, you know, they're obviously a Linkin Park cover band. And I was like, okay, so Linkin Park, one of my favorite bands. I'm sure they'll be decent. And they were decent. But I'm like, I'm watching them go. I'm like, the drummer's not really playing it exactly right. And the guitarist isn't really playing it exactly right. Nobody on stage is moving. Like,
And then
what are we doing here? Like, what's even the point?
worst part, they last two songs, right? They go in the end. All right, classic. Everyone knows that song. Everyone knows every word, right? Psych. The guy doing Mike Shinoda's part fucks up the first verse of the rap. I'm like, dang, you do this. Like this is
all they do.
all you do. It's like, all right, whatever. Like, I get it. It's a like he basically he started singing the second verse. It was like, remind myself instead of whatever it's actually supposed to be. Like, all right, whatever. Then they're playing One Step Closer as their closing track, which is kind of insane to me that they ended with One Step Closer instead of Numb or In the End or something. Like, I don't know. But,
Yeah, it's kind of hard though.
and bro is going, one step closer to the end, and I'm about to break. Those ain't the words, gang. It's I'm one step closer to the edge. Like, you, again, this is all you do.
And this song, for the record, In the End has 3 billion plays on Spotify, and One Step Closer has 1 billion plays. And also, they're a dedicated cover band. They didn't do anything but Linkin Park songs. How do you not know this stuff? It's just confusing.
And like, my guess is this is just like their weekend hobby thing they do. It's not like this is literally their job or anything. Like, I'm sure they work 9 to 5s. So I get it, but like, still, you call yourself Project Hybrid Theory. All you do for this band is play Linkin Park. The least you can do is know the fucking words. Like, what?
Yeah.
So insane.
You wouldn't think it's that hard.
Yeah.
Oh well. We got off track though. King for a Day.
Oh yeah. So like during the actual karaoke part, someone did King for a Day. And bro, that dude kind of just killed it. Like, very difficult song to actually sing, but like he killed every scream. He didn't really do the like high-pitched Kellen Quinn bullshit because I don't know.
Who could?
Yeah.
Most women couldn't. You heard the women at that show.
Oh. Yeah, I know. Wait, Nick, I think you like went off to the bathroom or maybe to check out the line when the woman sang Helena. I don't know if
No. That was song 2. That was literally the second song. I saw that.
Okay. That
There's a different one I missed,
so
but
bad. Oh, I
and
mean,
if
I
you're
don't want
watching this right now, check yourself. That's all.
Yeah. Well, no, it's really simple because like obviously you're going there for a good time. It takes courage to sing in front of a group of people. Blah 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 blah. But if you like have the privilege to be one of the people who actually gets to sing a song there, there's like 200-300 people there or whatever it is, and only like 40 people total maybe get to sing, and you pick a song that you don't even know, and you only kind of know the chorus, and you're off tune even for that. Like, I just don't respect you. And there were multiple people
off
who did
tune.
that.
It was just unbelievable.
Bro, she was like
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, yeah, go ahead.
So, just to, because I wasn't here, of course. So just to get the idea, anybody can, well, within reason, within the timeline, anybody can go up and sing, and there's already a band that's there.
Yeah. So you go to the merch stand, like they have an iPad there, and you pick from their list of songs that the band knows, and you write your name, the song you want to pick, whatever. And then I think it was like the first probably 20 people get entered in order, and then everyone else who enters, it's like a lottery system. They'll randomly pick, and then as they have time, they'll keep adding more. And the list of songs, like I found it on Spotify, it's not bad. There's honestly some decent obscure picks, but there's also just the classic, basically pop songs that are done by bands like Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, and stuff. So
can you send this to me? I'm curious. This sounds like fun, actually.
I got you. Yeah, next time there's one around, we'll try and organize so we can get more people to go. Like, it was a cool experience. It was just some people, I don't know, there's just
some people shouldn't be allowed to have fun because they ruin it for everybody
That's
else.
basically what I'm trying to say.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
All right. But
I mean, albums, like, these people go sign up, and then it's like somebody in your life must have told you you're not good at singing, or maybe you've heard yourself and you can tell. And what they're doing by signing up is stripping away the ability for actual talented singers to go up and perform. Like what we heard with the guy that did King for a Day, or there was this Yellow Card song. That guy was genuinely incredible. And then you compare it to the one that did fucking Helena. There was one that butchered, was like Dirty Little Secret.
Yeah.
I was so mad at that one.
Bro, someone did Bring Me to Life by Evanescence and just did not know the words. Mind you, they're in front of you. They literally have a screen that tell you the words. How do you not know the words?
Oh,
Like,
so it is. So it still is karaoke. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't
It's
a
so
song
you're
that
up
has,
on
like,
stage,
zero
and then
Yeah.
like low but in front of the stage for the singer, there's just words. Like they have the screen with the words. So like there's no excuse to not know them, and yet people are up there mumbling the verse. It's like, just look at the screen, gang. Just do that. I don't know. Like,
How hard could it be? Gotta wonder.
Or how about that guy who did Check Yes Juliet? Terrible song, by the way. This dude like was honestly
Oh yeah.
better than the guy from We the Kings. Like, I mean, I also just don't like We the
It was
Kings very
honestly
much,
impressive.
but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the lead singer of We the Kings is really good.
Yeah, I'd say
But I'd
like
say the song is not the easiest to sing, and that guy kind of crushed it.
Yeah, 30 to 40% of the people who went up there actually did good. I'd say maybe closer to the 30% side, which like honestly
Yeah, it's
not that bad
disappointing,
for
but
a room of a bunch of randos. You know, the
but,
person who's
if these people could, self-reflect, think on it for a minute, like that number could have been 100%. That's
it
all
could
I'm
have been,
saying.
yeah. I don't know. The person who kicked it off. This is another issue I had with it. Like, it's emo night karaoke, right? For some reason, Mr. Brightside gets looped in with like emo music. Makes no sense. It's just a pop song for white people. But like the person who kicked off the night did Mr. Brightside, and they did a very good job. Like, bad song, but like they were they were very charismatic. They were a decent singer. Like, that all worked out. They, as well as multiple other people, kept doing this thing where they were acting like this was their band performing, and they had to like get the crowd involved. It was like, yo, let's give it up for the band, guys. Yo, Sayreville, you're doing amazing, blah blah blah. And it's uh like, what? You don't need to keep us enthralled. Like, I'm not gonna follow you on social media because you made like a great experience. Like, this is karaoke.
The least they could do is plug.
There was a dude who said like, yo, follow my band. And I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was the guy who sang Dashboard Confessional. But he was not very good, so.
No, he was not very
He
good.
said, oh, I'm actually the drummer in that band. And I'm like, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, word, okay.
But
anyway, when we get our shot to go up there,
yeah,
all we got to do is plug a little. Stay tuned for Ghost Syndicate's Christmas drop next Christmas.
Yep, for shizzle.
All it takes. And then they'll forget about it because they were all wasted.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that makes it way more enjoyable too. Like, I didn't drink at all. I drove and stuff. But maybe that's
I'm just
how you
saying,
enjoy the
unforgivable beer prices. $11 for a Guinness? Fuck you. Fuck that place,
that's
bro.
just like venues pricing.
Yeah, unforgivable. We bought the tickets.
That's true.
The least you could do is give me a Guinness when I walk in.
I mean, Guinness is no more than like $7 for a Guinness.
That's me. If I go to the local bar, it's like $6 for a pint. I'm like, I'm in. Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, and like even that is obviously too much. But
Yeah.
The place I work,
better than
we
11.
have Guinness served in 20-ounce Guinness glasses, and I think it's $8 a draft. So it's a little bit more than a pint.
That could be worse.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you are drinking Guinness though, so.
Yeah. My good old coffee beer, delicious.
Yeah. But
Can't be
anyways.
coffee actually tastes good.
Oh, dude.
We spent so long talking about us, Dylan. We didn't even hear from you.
Yeah, come on, dude. Give us the tea.
I want to. I have a few things to talk about actually. So for one, I spent a nice Valentine's Day belatedly with my girlfriend. We went to a spa, and I'd never been to a spa before. So that was nice. There's this place in Edgewater, New Jersey. They have a very, very lovely spa there. It's called Sojo. It's like a Korean spa. It is absolutely wonderful. The facilities are just like so nice. I got a massage there. I'd never had a massage before. It was like, oh my god, it was heaven. It was so good. It's like, and you could choose like what type of massage you do, and like all that shit. So I got like a deep muscle one, and like there's the person who was doing it was a guy, but I think it's better because obviously guys are stronger.
Why would you
And
want
I
a
could
woman to touch your body?
Yeah. I want
I
dudes.
yeah
Like,
that's a good
yeah,
what
that just goes without saying. Like, you
yeah
didn't even need to mention that. Like, I want
Yeah.
yeah
dudes.
what am I saying?
Knuckle
So yeah,
deep.
obviously yeah, I'm not a fucking weirdo. So obviously I had a guy.
Yeah.
He did not really knuckle deep, but like what is it? Like when like I could feel like the muscle, like him pushing like the muscle around my bone, like in my back and shoulders and stuff. It is so bizarre and it hurt. Like it hurt, but it
Interesting.
felt so good. I was sore for like 2 days after. Yeah,
So
but
you met
there
with
are
a dude and you
saunas.
were sore for 2 days?
I met with the dude. I met with the dude. He rearranged some of my body parts, and I was sore for a couple days after. Yeah,
Yo, that's tough.
exactly what
Oh my
happened.
Oh,
That's
man, I wish
actually
that were me.
awesome. Yeah. I wish that were me on both sides of it. Shit.
I mean, sure he's still. I'm not gonna say his name, over the internet, but I mean, I remember what his name was.
All right, you might have
I'm
to
sure
that's
hook
awesome.
me up with him.
Yeah.
I would love to. But the other cool thing about the spa is that they're probably one of their main attractions is that they have a pool on the 7th floor, and it doesn't overlook, but or I actually don't know what the definition of the word overlook is, but you can see this. You can see New York City. You
I
can see
think it's like look
Manhattan
over.
from the pools. Like you can, yeah, but like look, like overlooks is in like
No,
like the
I,
thing is
I'm sorry.
below.
I was just like derailing that for no
I
reason.
forget. Anyway, the point is, you can see Manhattan from
Okay.
where the pool is, and like
Damn, I'm
it's
so
at
sorry to
like
hear that.
it's at 8 o'clock at night, like all the bright lights. It's gorgeous. It really is, and it's a heated pool. So like even though it was like 35, 40 degrees outside, like you would never be able to tell because it's lovely.
Oh, nice.
It
Yeah.
really is.
It's not New Jersey though. Manhattan.
Could you smell that harbor water?
Hey,
'Cause
No,
let's
because
not
we're
talk too much
fucking
shit about Edgewater overlooking that because that's where we found some pretty great sticks. Do not forget.
that is facts. That's
true.
actually facts.
Yeah, I still have
I
the
still have
stick
mine, man.
I turned into a sword. It's up there with my other sword I bought. But yeah, it won the
I mean,
battle.
I don't have mine. I don't know where it is.
I know
just
it's
have to
not going
find
to
a new one, I
show on
guess.
the recording, but maybe I could send you a picture of it after, just so you could like put it up on screen because I have such an amazing stick. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab it.
Okay.
Dude, honest, look how fucking tall this stick is, bro.
That's a staff.
Yeah.
That's not a sword.
I know,
of any-
But we still need to
Dude, all
find
I
an
need is
orb
like an
to fit.
orb to put in here.
Yeah. And then you'd be casting hella
Surely you could find
spells.
an orb on like Etsy or
Wait,
something.
Dylan, you
Definitely
drove that
did.
day. Didn't we like weave that stick through like multiple seats so we could bring it home with us?
We did, yeah. We
Probably,
literally
yeah.
went from the front seat to the trunk just so it could fit in the car.
I'm guessing somebody had to like really avoid being whacked in the head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's worth it.
But yeah. What else? There's the new arcade that opened by us. I can't go to description of that because I'm not gonna dox us, but
Sorry,
new
just flexing my
arcade. I've
orb.
already been there. Um, yeah, that's fun. So I went there. I learned how to change a tire because I got a flat tire. So
Oh, that's
I know how
tough,
to do
dude.
that now.
That's dope.
That's kind of cool. The thing I kind of should have dropped my phone. The thing I kind of wanted to talk about in particular because I saw this movie. I started watching a few episodes of this one show, because they had a movie in theaters for like 2 days. Have either of you heard of something called Nirvana the band or Nirvana the show? Nirvana the band the show. Nothing to do with the actual Nirvana.
No.
No?
What?
Okay. Let me explain what this is, because I found out like the premise of it like a week ago, and I think it's just the funniest thing ever. So it started in 2008. It started as a web series called Nirvana the Band. It was about
Okay.
these two guys who are from Toronto, Canada,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're trying to get their band to play at their local restaurant, and that's the goal. Problem is, they don't really know how to play their instruments. Well, the guy knows how. One of the guy knows how to play
Hey,
piano,
sounds like
but
somebody we know.
Yeah. Is this
they
about
don't have.
us?
They it could be. They don't have any official like band like photos. No songs written, and they've
Dude,
Hey,
never
hold on now.
actually
this is
and
just
they've never
about
actually
us.
tried to contact the place where they want to play. Their local restaurant. It's called the Rivoli. They've never done any of that. And so what they do is they go through just like all these sorts of wacky plans to get like the restaurant to notice them and to like just be on, just play at the venue without doing any of like the actual band part of it. So that was in 2008. In 2018, they came out. It came out with a TV show. It aired on Vice Canada, called Nirvana the Band the Show. Again, same premise, but it's interesting in that, like, you guys are familiar with Borat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, in that, there's a plot, and there's he's an actor. The Kazakhstani guy he's with is an actor. There's a few people who are actors, but most of the movie is just, interacting with civilians who don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
This is kind of like that, except the point of the show isn't to get civilians involved. It's just that, like, they set up scenes with actors, and civilians just happen to be in the way of like what they're doing. So I'll give you an example. In the very first episode, they decide to put out, stuff about their band. So they make this big flyer, hook it, like they like throw it over top of some random building. And they're like, all right, done. That's advertising for a band. And then one of the guys realizes, oh shit, my dick is out in the poster. Like they were taking photos for it, and he was wearing leather pants, and his cock slipped out. So now his dick is just on this
Slipped
What?
poster in
out.
this very popular street.
How does that even happen? Oh
What?
shit.
I'm
I
looking this
had my
up.
In
leather pants on and my shit just came out. Like,
Toronto, yeah, because his pants were ripped.
that's crazy.
Just go with it. But
Okay. Word.
like from there, they decide, oh no, we have to take, we have to either cover it up or take the thing down. They said try and cover it up. They have the big paint rollers, and they bring some sort of like flammable substance with them, is like for whatever reason, and they accidentally set the poster on fire. Now, the people who are involved nearby who are watching this all happen, they don't know what's going on. I'm sure that, part of it is set up in that they informed local, enforcement or whatever that this was going on. They're setting up this thing or whatever. But the people onlooking, they have no idea. And I think that's the magic of it. It's very hard to tell in some cases, like who is an actor and who has no idea what's going on. That's basically the premise. And
Okay.
then this year they came out with a movie, and it's this again like the same sort of premise, except that there's time travel. The opening 10-15 minutes of the movie, they parachute off the CN Tower in Toronto. Um, it's hard to explain, and unless you watch it, like you're not gonna really get it.
Okay.
But it's very easy to get into. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Sounds
just
interesting.
it's just really well done. I really can't explain. I'll give another example of an episode where like they go to a bank, right? And they're not going to rob the bank. They do 3D print a gun, and one of the guys who had to, like, when they go to 3D print it, you know, he they lie to him and say, "Oh yeah, we're 3D printing a gun," and they 3D print a gun. The actors are in the bank. They have like the hostages and the robbers. They're all actors, and it gets conflated in the way that the police outside, who are also actors, they think that the the two guys, the protagonists, they're the ones who robbed the bank. They're all actors. However, there's a crowd of people that then forms outside who, to them, they just see a standoff between two robbers, some hostages, and police. And so when they see, like, who they think are people, like, falling off buildings and getting shot or whatever, they think it's all real.
So
And
it's
seeing their reactions and just, yeah.
sorry. It's basically like shooting a movie or TV show or whatever, and not telling the extras that they're extras, but like having realistic
To
effects,
an,
so that way it's like not obvious.
to an extent, yeah. Like, some of them, yeah, and like some of them, and what's not even like realistic effects. They're not like actually like shooting people. They just like,
Yeah.
they'll like they. One of the things they do is like they'll have in the bank episode. They'll they'll how do I explain it? Like, it looks like a person because they put like tape over it or whatever, but it's actually just like a body double. It's not a
Okay.
real person. They throw that off the building. But from afar, it looks like it's a person who's getting thrown off a building.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it is.
Interesting.
And it's not as if like everybody is
Okay.
extra. Everybody who's involved and isn't an actor is an extra. Like, it's not necessarily planned for anybody specifically who isn't an actor to be involved, but they do incorporate themselves, or they do get incorporated in like a meaningful way in each episode. At least the ones that I've seen. So I just think it's interesting. I haven't seen anything like this, like
Sounds
the
very
show
unique.
before. So
I
I
mean,
was
I guess you said it's like
it, it
it's like Borat in some aspects, but still sounds unique.
it's quite. I'm not gonna say it's popular, but it's got good reviews. I know before recording we're talking about Letterboxd. The movie currently has a 4.6.
Damn.
It is currently
Oh
one of
my
the top.
god.
I guess like one of the top 200 movies of all time. It's yeah, it's very well done. I don't know if it's still in theaters. I had to drive like an hour or so to go and watch it,
Wow.
which was well worth it. But
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
that
That's
was
cool.
me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we want to do some quick meat and potatoes? We've been going for about 40 minutes.
Damn.
Should we? I think maybe we should postpone that.
I mean,
then.
I mean, I
I
don't know
don't
how
know.
long we're going to talk about it, but if we
depends
talk
what
for
you
like
wanna
10,
do.
15 minutes about it and then do album of the fortnight, that would be probably pretty good on time.
That's true. All right, then let's just get right into it. So the topic was our biggest dreams. This could be anything, I guess, from like short-term goals, things you just
Mhm.
magically wish would happen. So we've done a lot of silly episodes, primarily silly episodes, which is good.
That's true.
So yeah,
Something.
let's shout them out.
Yeah.
Our biggest dreams. Who wants to go first?
Well, as the host, I think it'd be customary. You
Start
know.
us
For
off.
me to go first?
Yeah.
I guess for me, like, I don't know. I know what, like, I've goals that I've been wanting to achieve long term and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think part of, like, I'm stuck already. I really should should have chosen this topic. But no, I like there's like tangible things that like I want, so I'll say just like learning Japanese. Learning Japanese is one of them. It's a way to measure that.
Okay.
Fitness, there's a way to measure that. I don't know if you guys fall into the same like the I'm not gonna say trap, but like the thing of where you almost are scared to working towards doing a certain goal because, after you accomplish it, and you ride the high of being on top of the mountain after doing so, it's kind of hard to like move on to something else. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, but I wouldn't necessarily agree with it as far as my case goes. I have a pretty simple dream, I think. My dream is to finally make the Christmas release. Because I mean half of it sits on me just recording it. But the reason I'm not really actively working towards it is like when I have free time I could give it a shot, I guess, but there's a lot of setup involved and I have to like get everybody out of the room. The real problem is that what I worry about is that it's just like not going to be good. Like not be like okay, so we're planning to get Basilisk out in time. And then I don't know, like it could sound bad. Like it could be a decent song but just sound terrible because I'm recording it in my fucking basement. But like that's the thing I'm worried about isn't necessarily riding the high of having it done. It's that once it's done, it's not going to be done, and I'm going to want to change it afterwards. But it's like you can't really
Like
change it.
the idea, you mean like the idea of writing the song and having it out is better than like actually doing it because you can like visualize in your head, what it could be, all these lofty ambitions, like that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
And then it's like when
Yeah,
it
that's how
comes
I
out,
feel.
it's going to be limited by a lot of stuff, and it's like it's not exactly what I had in mind, but it'll do. Which it's unfortunate, but wow, woe is me. You know. Oh well,
Yeah,
we'll get
I
it done
get
one
that.
way or another.
We will. I totally feel you though. Like, Andrew, do you?
I don't know. Dreams are weird, cause like there's some that I'll say like as a joke and shit, and it's like if it actually happened, it'd be pretty cool, but it's not like something I'd actually work towards. But like in terms of realistic dreams I have, I don't know. I mean, I need to finish college, like I, live a happy life, shit like that. But the thing,
Lame. Boo.
yeah. I do really want to meet Mike Shinoda one day, like completely unironically. He's genuinely like a huge inspiration. He's like a hero, that type of thing, So like I guess that's more like a bucket list thing than a dream per se. But something I was telling my
It can
friends
still
at
be a
work.
dream.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But something I was telling my friends at work about, I was like, I'm gonna start taking like a shit ton of steroids, get extremely ripped, then go clean for like 2 or 3 years so it leaves the system, and then join the MLB and make the Mets the greatest team on the planet. So that's a dream, I guess. I don't think
That
I'll
sounds pretty
actually
good.
do that ever, but it'd be pretty fun.
Well, you're what, 23? Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, I mean, life's already over for me. We've talked about
Life
that.
is actually
Like,
over.
yeah,
Shit,
23.
man,
We
you're gonna
wrap
be
it up.
24 before you know it.
Oh yeah, in
How old is
about
that
5
fraud, Pete
months.
Alonso? He left
31.
us for the O's.
Dog,
Yeah,
we
he's
didn't even
31.
give him like a fucking offer.
Yeah, I
The Mets
know.
are
Yeah,
clowns. Alonso
I
did not do
know.
anything wrong.
I
The Mets just
argue
want to
about
lose.
Yeah.
my girlfriend with the same thing. He left for money. He's a whore. He's a whore for money.
Bro,
That's what
they're
he
only paying him
is. He wanted
31
more
million a
money.
year. He didn't leave like we would have offered him 31 million a year, but we didn't want to give him a 5-year contract.
I know.
And
Yeah, I know he wanted the longevity
yeah, but
with it,
5
which is
years
more
is
guaranteed
not
money.
yeah. But 5 years isn't that long. Like he's 31. 5 years is a perfectly reasonable contract. And then when he's 36, you probably don't re-sign him because he's going to be, you know, probably batting like 240, maybe still hitting 30
Genuinely a
homers.
dinosaur.
Yeah, like Starling
Well, I
Marte.
guess the idea is like once he's
Get grandpa
34,
off
he's
the field.
like he's worth 31 million a year at 31, but he's not worth $31 million a year at 34,
Yeah,
which
but we're paying
he will be
Soto
earning
over
with this current
what is it,
contract.
like fucking $70 million a year? He's never been worth that much.
Oh my
And
Well,
don't get me
God.
wrong,
I
like
mean,
he's a good player,
yeah,
but
that's not justified
no one's
either.
ever worth 70 million. But if you can justify spending that much uh on Soto, you could definitely justify spending, 31 on Pete. I don't know. There was like apparently a lot of things that happened in the last season for the Mets for clubhouse culture that I think some of the Spanish-born players didn't agree with some of the white players on, maybe politically, and that could have definitely driven the
Well,
Mets to not pursue
well,
certain
Nimmo's
players.
gone, so you
Yeah.
don't have to
No, yeah.
worry. They don't have to worry about
Unironically, I think
him.
Nimmo was one of the people they were talking about. I know, like, there's been that bit. Like, I have all these GIFs saved on Discord of, like, Nimmo, a minority trying to hit a home run, not on my watch. It's him robbing a home run. like, there's a bit about that, but I don't know. There's rumors that the clubhouse culture was not very good for the last year for the Mets. Which, I mean, I guess if that's true, it kind of explains why the team fell apart the way it did. But yeah, anyways, we are not a Mets podcast, I swear. But somehow always manage to
Could
bring it
be.
up. We should be, honestly. Imagine if
One
they
of
were
my
the New
favorite ever
Yeah,
Jersey
jokes I
barely
Mets.
even
made
watch.
was about Brandon. We could be. Why not the New Jersey? There's no New Jersey. Well, no, there's the Devils. I was gonna say there's no New Jersey teams, but
Yeah, but none in
Oh, yeah,
baseball.
sure.
after the
Hockey.
Mets,
Okay.
Yeah, right. Hockey.
there used to be one in basketball, but then it's moved. But yeah, one of my favorite ever, one of my best jokes I think that I made was about Brandon Nimmo. I was the first Mets game I went to in like June. They were doing like the players like on the screens like during middle of the innings or whatever, doing like a start one, bench one, sell one. You know what that is vaguely? Like you just rank them 1, 2, 3
Sure, yeah.
with superheroes. And I think he put it was like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. He put like Superman, then Batman, and then Spider-Man.
Okay.
And one of the guys I was with was like, "Oh, I guess he doesn't like Spider-Man." And I said, "Yeah, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, probably." I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, now Nimmo's going to be over in Texas, where that kind of mindset might be more welcome.
Dude, Texas has a lot of fucking Mexicans living there.
It doesn't mean the white people like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you got a point.
But, anyways. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
More
basically, it's my
dreams.
dream for the Mets to not suck.
Yeah. I guess, sure, yeah. That's a dream that's completely out of my hands. I'd like to see the Mets win a World
Yeah.
Series in my lifetime. 2015 was so close to being an amazing year. I was 13 at the time. It was a blast to watch, and then we fell apart against the fucking Royals. And then we didn't re-sign Daniel Murphy because the Mets are
wow.
Kansas
stupid.
City.
Daniel Murphy's like my favorite Met of all time. I love that guy. And we're like, you know what? His defense isn't that good. He won the fucking batting title the next year with the Nationals. I don't give a shit about the fucking defense. Anyways.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, our fucking division rivals picked him up. Anyways, yeah, any
That's hilarious.
dreams, yeah. Let's get back on track.
Well, you mentioned dreams. You didn't mention any goals though. Like I guess I think they're two different things.
Yeah, that's true.
Dream. Like I feel like, but
I don't know. I mean, well,
yeah,
like
I
for
don't.
New Year's resolutions, because that's like more short-term goal stuff, right? I personally don't really believe in resolutions because I think I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because if you want to make a change, why does it have to be with the new year? Just make the change, right? But
I'm with. That's exactly what I tell people. I'm with you
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
I do have like a few things that I'm generally trying to do, but and just so happen to be around the same time. Like before you and I went to Boston, Dylan, I was talking to my friend and I just don't take pictures of anything. So one thing I tried to do, especially on the trip, and more now is like actually take pictures of shit, because I'm scrolling through my camera roll and it's like there's probably a year where I have literally no pictures from it because I just never take pictures. So I'm trying to like do that more. I've been losing weight, like, but like that stuff wasn't tied to the new year. That's been going on from a little bit to a lot before that. Knock my mic over. So I don't know. Those are like more short term goal dreams, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And that's good. But even like it doesn't have to be some sort of like grand thing.
mhm.
I just say like taking more pictures. I would even say like, like the fact that we went to Boston, like that was like kind of a goal in itself to explore,
Yeah.
you know, just to explore more places, experience more things. Because I mean, we've only ever lived in like the same, not like, we have only ever lived in the same town for like
Mhm.
ever. So, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, another thing, like I just told myself that I wasn't gonna do anymore is like I had opportunities to go to a few like concerts and stuff, but I probably would have ended up having to go by myself in the recent past, and I opted not to go. So I was like, I don't want to go by myself. But now I've decided I don't give a fuck. I'll go by myself. I'm not gonna miss out on like
Yeah.
opportunities for things I want to do because I have no one to go with. So like I've got a few like tickets for concerts. Like I'm going to a concert March 4th, probably by myself to Brooklyn, but I don't care. Like I'm not gonna miss that. I bought a ticket for a show in June that I'm probably gonna go by myself. But again, like I want to see these bands live, just because y'all or my other friends don't like them. Like I'm not gonna miss out on it. You know.
Yeah, and that honestly, like having, like say the free will, but like, the recognition that like it's right. It like it sounds obvious to us because like we're like, yeah, wait, like that's why do you have to not do something because other people want to? But like, some of my mom, like most of my mom's friends, like they're like that. They're like they're 50s, whatever, and if they're gonna do something, it has to be with somebody else. Like
Yeah.
some people just have that mindset where they cannot, they just
I
cannot be
mean,
alone for
definitely depending
whatever
on
reason.
the activity. Like, if you're a small person, maybe trying to go to the city, maybe have like someone with you just in case for like safety reasons. So that might be a little bit different, but definitely if it's just like I want to go watch a movie and I have no one to watch it with, I'm just gonna fucking go. Like I'm not gonna not see it because what's the point? Like just do shit you enjoy. I don't know.
Yeah, like if safety's not a factor, yeah, just to not like I guess that's definitely. I mean, it sounds like it's one of yours. It's definitely been one of mine to just like do more, just experience more.
Yeah. Well,
Because like the town we live in, like
mhm.
don't get me wrong, I like our town, but there's only so much you're gonna like,
Yeah, yeah.
learn living here for,
Definitely.
you know, as long as we have.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be lying if I
So
said, Dylan, that like the fact that you've taken like solo day trips up to like Yale and stuff, and the fact that you went to Edmonton by yourself, I'd be lying if I said that didn't like somewhat influence, like seeing it influence me, seeing you just, you know what, I'm gonna go and do this. Like that shit, I'm like, yeah, you know what, hell yeah. That's how you should go. Like, you want to do something, fucking do it. Assuming you can, obviously. Like, if you have the money, you can take the time off work, whatever. It's it's the way to do it.
and this isn't saying like to be selfish either, just like fuck everybody else, because like
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously,
as
if
longtime
people wanted to go
viewers
with
of the
it, but
podcast will know. Yeah, yeah. Like if you have people that's that's great, and like as long as viewers of the podcast will know, I have a girlfriend, and we've been together for almost at this point 3.5 years. When I don't do stuff with her, it's not because I'm like fuck you, I hate you. It's like we need our time. The things I'm interested in aren't going to be the things she's interested in. And that's okay.
mm,
That sort of thing. It works for me. It works for her. It works for everybody. So it's just good to to get out is what I've learned, and just like, it's kind of a cliche, but like, you know, like existing versus living. It sounds cringe, saying it out loud. I know, but like,
Yeah.
I used to be somebody who was like horrified, like terrified of New York City, because I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna get stabbed, somebody's gonna rob me, I'm gonna die, the train's gonna derail,
Still could.
and then
Those are all
and
true,
it
by
took
the way.
like that's well, you're right. I could. All of that still could happen.
But you know
But
where it
over,
won't happen?
like making those trips where we
New
are.
Jersey. I fucking love New Jersey.
New
The main issue is that it's in New York.
That is well,
Dude, the most
I'm sorry,
beautiful
Camden
place on
exists.
earth is Paterson, New Jersey. Newark Penn Station is like God's gift to man. Like,
Dude.
Okay, Newark Penn Station's not that bad, I promise. As somebody who actually I have a story now, or a couple of stories from just like being in New York Penn Station. I during like where the Long Island Railroad was, and like this is one of the few times I'd gone into like New York Penn Station like by myself. Like before this year, I'd never done that before. Um, and yeah, like I went there, got there around like noon or so, had to take a dump by the Long Island Railroad section, and right next to me in the stall, there's just some guy tweaking out. Had I not like gone and done that, I never would have, experienced being in the stall next to a tweaker and had the cops come and knock on the door saying, "Hey buddy, you gotta get out of there."
that's incredible.
Wow.
But no, just like doing shit, having those stories to tell, just when they say, "Oh yeah, like I did that," and they can relate, or I don't know. This is kind of the same moral as like from when I recounted my Edmonton trip, like you mentioned, Andrew. But it's just like if you can, you know, do
Mhm.
things. There's only so much you're gonna experience doing the same shit over and over. I know that's hard because like I do, for work, I do the same shit every day over and over. It's demoralizing, but
Yeah.
you gotta take advantage of the time you do have. All right, that's my rant over.
I mean, we're doing pretty good on time if you want to transition us into the fortnight.
Album of the fortnight. Yeah, let's do it. So I have them here. I don't remember what order we recommended them.
I have
We
the
recommended them
order.
from last time, but you have it.
Yeah, it's the playlist I made is in the order it was recommended. So,
Okay.
all right. So it's
I do I
Shadow.
have do I even have the playlist? All right.
I linked it
Okay,
in
it
the
was Shadow
Discord.
Academy first. All right.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah. Well, it was Shadow Academy first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shadow Academy by Shadow Academy
Yep.
first, and then Daughtry by Daughtry,
True.
and then The Smiths by The Smiths.
That's true too.
Uh, yeah. Who would like to? Oh no, we should go in order, right? So we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about Shadow Academy first.
Which was Nick's rec.
All
So
right.
you and I can talk about it
Yes.
first. If you want to give your thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't know we were recording today, so I only listened to it like like 3 hours or so ago, so it's pretty fresh in my mind still. I have mixed feelings. Like obviously, art versus the artist. I don't know how exactly I would feel about it. Had if I didn't know that one of the singer or the singer is one of the guys from the Game Grumps, who are known for not anything like I know Ninja Sex Party does music, but Game Grumps they don't, they're video games. They're not musicians. Even I know that. I don't listen. I don't watch them. But that being said, I don't think the music's like bad. They got creative with the first two tracks, like kind of like the transitions between like like within verses on White Whale. I know that seems to be the most popular one. Dan, he's not like a great singer, I don't think, but he can sing. He kind of and I've mentioned this before, not on the podcast, I don't think, but he kind of sounds like the lead singer of Chicago, or one of their singers. Like that's sort of like kind of like airy, like almost like
Oh,
I don't say
yeah. I
heavenly,
never
but
thought of it
like
that way.
he's not very like he's very like light in how he sings. Like it's not in your face at all. It's just very like it's very pleasant to listen to. I took a few other notes. Hold on. Let me get them. Yeah, they just do things that kind of piss me off though. Like throughout the songs, like they'll just have like just sound effects in there. I know at the end of White Whale they had like some like the techie key like some sort of keyboard like tech thing going on for the last chorus, and I didn't really like care for that. Um it just do a lot of weird things that I don't know, I didn't care that much for. I stopped like everything after like the third or fourth song sounded pretty similar. I liked the penultimate song. I forget what it was called. Yeah,
Wind and
Wind and
Waves.
Waves. That one wasn't bad. Um, I like I said, I did not hate the music, not at all. My biggest takeaway though is like, what's the point to it? Because like, what is there a point to the lyrics like at all? Because to me, it just sounds like he's speaking in or singing in platitudes for close to
As
half
far as
of
I
it.
know, I don't know, I'm basing this off of maybe something he said once in a Game Grumps episode, but I'm pretty sure he said there was like a day that they were working on a Ninja Sex Party album, and he and his producer were talking about books they'd been reading, and like somehow that spiraled into them talking about writing an album where every song is like loosely based on these books. Like White Whale is based on Moby Dick. Down a Rabbit Hole is based on like Through the Looking Glass or whatever that's called. Yeah. Like
Okay,
Cast No Shadows about Dracula, and it's so the lyrics have some meaning, but you kind of need context for it to make sense.
gotcha. Okay, like I'm not trying to be like, what's the point of this garbage? Like I genuinely
Yeah.
just did not know what, because I was looking at the lyrics over and over, because I had the lyrics on listening to all the tracks. I just couldn't. I just had no idea what was going on. So with the context, yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, I mean, not my favorite thing in the world, but I didn't hate it. Definitely did not hate it.
I like this album. I mean, so yeah, the lead singer Lee Dan Avidan. So it's funny you mentioned the thing about like how Game Grumps is not known for music. Because when Game Grumps started, it was JonTron and Aaron Hansen, and then JonTron left the show, and Dan, who was already in a band, Ninja Sex Party, got pulled onto the show. So he actually started out as a musician, not
Is
as,
that how it was?
yeah. So like,
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Game Grumps. What do I mean though? Like Game Grumps, their thing originally, like at least to my knowledge, they don't do music.
yeah, but
Like that isn't their thing.
this is a project from one of the guys from Game Grumps who didn't even originate in Game Grumps. Like he originated as a
No, I know,
musician. So,
I know what you're saying that, but if you were to ask like most people, like casual people who know what Game Grumps and who Dan Avidan is, they would say they know him from the Game Grumps. Like they would
probably
say
yeah.
what I'm
It's
saying.
definitely a more
So yeah,
popular
they think of him
project
as a
for him.
YouTuber and not a
Yeah.
musician.
That's fair. I
That's
mean,
what I mean, and that's not to like to criticize.
mm,
It's
I
just
don't
a fact.
I mean, I like Ninja Sex Party. Uh, they do like comedy music. Like me, and Nick's girlfriend saw
It's
them
comedy
live last
music.
year. And this is very much
They were
not meant to.
stupendous, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's voice is just angelic. Like I think he's an incredible singer. Uh, and like it's hearing him sing in a more serious tone, not like there's no punchlines in these songs and stuff, and it's just him showing his singing prowess paired with like I think pretty good songwriting. Like I don't know, I like it. It's refreshing to hear an artist you know is talented like actually try, because like I said, I like Ninja Sex Party, but it's not like I'm listening to it because I'm like, you know what bangs right now is a song about like my dick or whatever. Like, so you hear him like talking about other shit. It's nice. Like I like this album. I also just found out, I was looking at Spotify, they released an album last year and I haven't listened to it, so I should probably do that.
Yeah,
But
they're promoting it on Instagram and like I only listened to it once and I think it was good. I don't remember.
uh,
Anyway, as for this, oh man, I gave this recommendation because I love it. I think it's just such a wonderful little album because like it was basically a passion project between Dan and his producer because I like he obviously loves to make the comedy music. He's never gonna stop doing that.
mm,
But like under the umbrella of Ninja Sex Party, an album like this could never be made, and I'm sure he also likes making serious music because he has like projects with the Super Guitar Bros and like with what are they with Twerp, where it's like more serious. So he did this, and it's just so lovely. As the singles were dropping, I was like, oh dude, this is awesome. And then I listened to it when it came out, and it was awesome. And I listened to it again and again. I've probably heard this album like 30 times by now. And I mean, Dylan, I do agree with you. I think Wind and Waves is probably the best one because he just
It
sounds so lovely on it.
it just sounds like my problem with like most of the music is that like it's not that it's bad, it's just fine. Like it's serviceable, it's competent, but most of the songs, with Wind and Waves being an exception, doesn't really do anything to make me care. But I agree. Yeah, it's a decent little song. It is.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm sure it's not for everybody. It's not like contrived in any way. It's very default rock music. And I don't know. I just like it. I thought it was really good. I gotta listen. Shit, I gotta listen to their other album some more. That's my takeaway from it, at least.
yeah, fair.
Right. We gonna move on to Daughtry now. By Daughtry. Nick, you have the floor again, I think.
Oh, yippee! Daughtry by Daughtry. God, what an album! I'm not quite as big a fan of Daughtry as Andrew is, but I did like this album quite a bit. Like, there's not a single song on it that's not good. And Chris Daughtry himself is just such a powerful singer. Like, he's so good. His voice hasn't changed, like, at all over the past 20 years. Which is honestly astounding. Good for him. But, like, just there's so many hits on this album, too. Like at least 6 of these would play on the radio all the fucking time back when it came out. It's just, good for my boy. I'm happy for him. A really good thing. I haven't listened to shit he made after it, but it was quite good.
Yeah, the thing you said about like all the hits that there are, I never realized. Like I was listening to it in the car when I was driving to see the movie I was talking about before. And I never realized like just how many hits are on this album alone.
Mhm.
Like just, looking on Spotify now, there's what? Like most of the songs have over 10 million plays. 3 of them have over 100 million. Like
Holy shit.
it's absurd. And like how I feel about, not to say they make similar music at all, but how I feel about them is how I feel how I feel about Daughtry is how I kind of feel about like the Foo Fighters. Like I don't really care for the music that much, but man, can the singers sing? Chris Daughtry can sing. Like
Hmm.
anytime I was kind of like getting, like kind of feeling whatever about the music, Chris and his voice just pulls me right back in. No,
He
I
gets it.
really enjoyed
Did
it.
wait,
I
wait,
didn't.
wait.
I
Would you
thought
say it takes you there and back again?
it
Dog.
does.
Yo, for those who didn't listen to
Hey,
the
yo.
album,
Yeah, no,
there's a track called "There and Back Again." Anyways, Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. But no, it's it was very good. I figured I would at least enjoy it a little bit because, like, I knew Daughtry had hits. I just didn't realize, like, I guess most, if not all of them, are on this album. And then even then, like, you know, um, there's other like songs which have some like interesting instrumentation, like the one with Slash for some reason. Like that one has some cool solos, interesting chord progressions. I hope I'm using that term correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
no,
you
like
are. Not like anybody even knows what
yeah.
that means anyway.
I looked it up before. I knew I was gonna mention it in the podcast, so I googled it before. but um but no, it's so many bangers. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. It was a good listen for sure.
Yeah.
Yay!
Well, for my feelings on it, all I have to say is, after a long day of work, I'll put on Daughtry Deluxe Edition by Chris Daughtry and crack a cold mug root beer. Heck, if I'm feeling good, I'll even crack a second mug root beer.
He didn't read that, by the way, to our viewers. That's just
Yeah,
memorized.
that's just
He
That's
definitely
like his
didn't read that off a
catchphrase.
script.
yeah, that's definitely not my Discord
No, no.
description, like thing,
The-
whatever that's called.
Yeah,
Bio,
that
yeah.
would be stupid. Why would it be?
Mm.
No, I mean, unironically, I really like Daughtry. Like, this album slaps. It's Not Over, Home, Over You, Feels Like Tonight, and What About Now, I think, are the five like main hits that people would know. They're the ones with the most plays. But like, even
Yeah.
the other tracks like Crashed, Breakdown, There and Back Again, What I Want, like, it's just a great album. I like this a lot. I've been thinking about recommending this album pretty much every week since we started doing Album of the Fortnight. I'm glad I did. It's a great one.
I'm also glad you did. Yeah, it's very, very good.
All right.
Me too.
Now I'll let you introduce it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I probably should, yeah. Now the last album is The Smiths by The Smiths. Andrew, I think you should go first.
All right. So I know something like when you recommended The Queen is Dead, what was that, for episode 8 of season 2? Yeah. Like,
I don't remember.
you
A
were
while ago.
not happy that Nick and I didn't end up listening to the album in its entirety. And I made sure to listen to this whole album, every song start to finish. I really just don't like Morrissey's voice. I don't think I ever will. I forget which song it was. Maybe it was Miserable Lie or Pretty Girls Make Great. No.
It's probably
I'm
Miserable
positive it's
Lie.
Miserable Lie.
Okay. The one where like he
it's
just
gotta be that.
like I just
Miserable Lie is fucking terrible.
like
Miserable
that
Lie is
part where
I'm
he
not gonna
sings so
go.
high pitched is
wait.
awful. Like, would be the worst part of any album it's on. And yet the rest of this album, his singing isn't that much better. Yeah, I know you really like the Smiths, so I don't want to disparage them too much. And clearly they have a lot of like fans. They have like 20 million listeners. But I just hate Morrissey's voice, and I hate what he stands
You
for
can
too.
shit on them. You can shit on them all you want. I don't have a problem with that. I just, as I said, I just had a problem when it was like you said, oh yeah, they suck, and like you didn't even listen to the whole
Well, I
album.
listened
So
to
if you
like
listen to
half
the
of
whole
each of the
album,
songs of the last one. Like, I couldn't
yeah,
get through it.
yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, if you listen to the whole thing and you say I don't like it, I have no problems with that. That would be
yeah,
weird.
unfortunately, his voice just really does not resonate with me, and I have no reason to want to like him considering the kind of person he is. So I'm not gonna force myself to.
He's such a character. He
Yeah.
really is.
What a fun.
That's a fun way of saying racist piece of shit. What a character, that guy.
He is a character though, to be fair. Just like seeing him live, like I saw him live in mid-September, and he's just such a bizarre he's just a weird guy. I
It's an
can't
odd
explain him.
fellow,
Like
isn't he?
Yeah.
he is. Well, that's kind of the theme of this album is that he's an odd fellow.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
I don't remember the lyrics to Catch Your Drift. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Does he talk about like how he's a
I'll-
freak or something?
not a freak. Well, no, not a freak. I'll Nick, you want to
Nice.
go and then I'll explain.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess I hated it. This album. It was like I was bored immediately with track 1. I was happy that it ended because it's fucking 6 minutes long. And then track 2, it was like the same song again. And then Miserable Light. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a dumpster fire. I could not believe, like, the music is not nearly good enough to make up for how horrible his singing is on that song. And then, I mean, to be honest, I kind of actually liked The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It's the song with the second least plays on the album. I think it's the best one by far. But yeah, I basically only kind of like track 5, 8, and 10, and the rest I thought were just pretty shit. I didn't even know what the hell the deal was with Morrissey. I had to look it up before the episode. I listened to this album like 2 hours ago, by the way, just because I hadn't listened to it yet, and then y'all were like, oh, let's record tonight. So I was like, okay. And then, I mean, I looked it up. Apparently, he said some pretty disparaging shit about Chinese people. I did not know about that. I'm like, that, I mean, to be honest, that doesn't affect my opinion on his music. Like, I still like Kanye music. I don't respect the man, but I guess I respect the things he's done.
I mean, he made
But I don't
Graduation.
respect the things the Smiths has done.
That's fair.
Yeah, Graduation. I haven't listened to it.
It is Graduation is.
I'm
I've
a
listened
big
to it
fan
a
of
few times. It is actually
Kanye's
very
Twitter. I'm just not a huge fan of his music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of what he
Okay,
said.
I could say that. I can say that. It's okay. I am Jewish.
Oh yeah, I want to be very clear. I was being sarcastic. I did not mean that.
Wink, wink.
No, no wink,
Can't even
no
tell
wink,
a
no
joke
wink.
these days.
Yeah. No, Morrissey is, by all accounts, not a good guy. I mean, he just seems like he hates everybody. That's kind of like the thing with him. Like, yeah, he's definitely a racist. He hated the monarchy. He's glad the queen died. Like, well, not. Well, he hated Margaret Thatcher. I should say that he hates the monarchy and he hated Margaret Thatcher.
Everyone hated Margaret Thatcher.
Everybody hate Margaret Thatcher.
She's like Ronald Reagan.
I mean, not
but from
everybody.
Britain.
Not everybody. No. Some people still think she was great.
Yeah, my grandpa still liked
strong,
Ronald Reagan.
the Iron Lady or whatever.
So, yeah, I thought Maggie was pretty alright. I've never heard anyone say that before.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to piss on her grave. Like,
yeah.
She
I mean,
did
they
die,
fucking
right?
call her Maggie. I'm sure that's a sign of disrespect.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Margaret is such a horrible name to give somebody, because, like, when they're a child, you can call them Maggie, and it's fine. But when they grow up, what do you call them? Do you just go to Margaret?
You have
Yeah,
Marge.
Like, oh, yeah, I guess
Oh,
Marge.
you do have Marge.
Yeah.
Even though Marge is
Like this
worse.
person.
Yeah,
That name
Marge
is also fucking
not a
terrible.
good name. I don't know.
Um,
Maybe it's just also
Anyway.
the times changing, and it was better for the names in the 50s or whatever. But
anyways, back to the album. Yeah, basically when I say Morrissey, he was an odd fellow. Most of this album is just about Morrissey struggling with his own sexuality because he kind of denies it even now, but he's bisexual. Like it's been caught, like, I shouldn't say caught, but like, he allegedly had been seen together with men, had sexual experiences with men. Like more than half these songs are about just like him being gay and like either having to hide it or having people like look down on him for it. Um, you know,
Sweet.
that's kind of what it's about, which makes it so bizarre that like, he's struggled with people judging him a certain way, and then he's just an insane
Yeah.
racist.
Well,
Um,
something that doesn't make sense about that though is like if you're in denial about it and you're not like outwardly like, yeah, I'm bisexual or like I've had like bisexual experiences or whatever, like if you're in denial about it, why would you put it down in a song? And
well, it's not
apparently,
And
that he's
multiple
like,
songs
I,
for
I
that.
yeah,
it's not that he's necessarily like, you know, telling everybody, I'm not gay, guys, I'm not gay, or well, bisexual. It's not that he's
yeah,
really doing that. It's just like, I think there's like things I've seen, like interviews or whatever, like where he said like like something like he said like everybody is homosexual, like not homosexual or heterosexual, like everybody has their own sexual desires. Everything before that is like everything before is
he's just saying it's on a
just
spectrum.
doesn't matter. Kind of, yeah, pretty much. Um, but the point is that like I don't know. I guess he's like it's not that he's like deeply closeted, but I think he's just like recounting, his experiences or what he would expect to experience, if he were to, be in that relation. Because still to this day, like I don't know if he's openly been in relationships with men or he's just like had encounters, whatever. But um, he like allegedly, and I believe this, he was in love with the band's lead guitarist Johnny Marr.
Huh.
So there's every possibility that like some of these songs, are about him, and like a lot of it, like looking through the lyrics again and like just learning about what the meanings are, it makes a lot of sense. Like hand in glove, um, you know, like what are the? Hold on, let me find the actual lyrics. All right, it's not working. I can't. Spotify's not working. Okay, there we go. Um, and if the people stare, then the people stare. Why are the people staring? Because he's with a guy. Everything depends on how near you stand to me. Are they too close? Are they gay? That's kind of the whole crux of it. Um, but yeah, I I I like some of the wordplay as well. Like Hand in Glove in particular is one of my favorite songs of all time. Nick, this is one of the ones you actually said you didn't hate. Um, it's
Which
like
track is
Hand
it?
in Glove. I think this is 10 or 8.
Uh,
Which one is
I,
this?
I only remembered
This is
track
8.
3 by name because it was so bad. But the other ones,
Yeah,
or
you
like the
said
ones I
you.
liked, I just kind of remembered the track number.
Yeah, you said you like 3, 8, and 10. This is
No,
8.
Liked.
no, I hated 3.
Oh, you hated 3. Okay,
No, I,
but you
I liked
like.
5,
Oh,
8, and
you.
10.
Okay, got it. Um, but yeah, I like some of the wordplay. The sun shines out of our behinds. Kiss my shades. Kiss my ass. Like So what if I'm gay? Even though he's still denied. He's just such a strange guy. Point is, I like this album. Despite how all the bandmates, all 3 of the ones who are still alive, they hate each other now. Um, you know how horrible of a person Morrissey is. How just weird he sounds on some of these songs. Yeah, I like it.
Did the band break up after like 4 years or something?
They broke up in like 88, 89. They broke up after Strange Ways Here We Come.
So I
Yeah,
looked
they
into
were
their discography. They released like fucking 11 albums over the course of 4 years.
most of those were compilation albums.
Okay.
In terms of actual like studio releases, it's the Smiths' Meet Is Murder, which came second, then The Queen Is Dead, and then Strange Ways Here We Come. So they released 4 studio albums in like 4 years, 5 years, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yep. Very short run. Anyway, I'm done discussing
All right.
the albums. If y'all are.
Yeah. Well, you can move on to the
Alright.
new ones.
Yeah. Dylan recommends
Oh yeah.
first here.
Would like I recommend first?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking for like I need new music to recommend because like a lot of the stuff I listen to now is like I listen to a lot of the same stuff, but I need to. I'm gonna go back and recommend I think albums that I don't quite like as much now, but I did at one point. You know, to like give a refresher, see if I still like it, if you guys like it. So, with that being said, I'm recommending 10,000 Gex by 100 Gex as my recommendation.
My boy.
This is their second album.
I love that album.
You do not. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm lying. I've never heard it before.
Okay. They're the group that made Money Machine. If you ever heard of Money Machine.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I know 100 Gex.
Oh wait, I
love
actually know
Money
a song from
Machine.
this album. That's crazy.
It's like their first album was like just kind of goofy and not just weird and not really that good sounding. This is still goofy and weird, but like actually like musically competent, I would say. So yeah, that's mine.
All right.
Who's next?
Okay.
Nick, you go second.
I believe that would be me. All right. This fortnight, we're taking it all the way back to 2019.
Oh my god, the year I was born.
Holy shit. Anyway, the album's going to be Ammo by Bring Me the Horizon.
I see.
Okay.
I think it's very clearly a step in a different direction. And by step, I mean a fucking gigantic fucking step. Because Bring Me the Horizon is famous for making, like, black metal and alt metal more recently, but I don't know, real fans like their black metal or whatever the fuck. But this album, it's like, it's just shy of a pop rock album. And I mean, on the first listen, I didn't quite get it, but on the second, I was like, you know what? I can kind of get around this. I think Ollie Sykes goes on record saying he doesn't like it very much, but I don't know. Don't really agree with him.
Interesting.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right.
You don't know shit.
What do you know?
Bitch.
All right. So, I've recommended almost exclusively like dad rock, pop punk, stuff like that, with the exception of when I recommended The Rising Tide, but even that's tied to metal and rock music. So I want to do something a little bit different. Today, I'm bringing it all the way back to 1988. I will be recommending,
heck.
yeah, Straight Outta Compton by NWA.
Holy shit.
Now, I don't know if y'all have ever
Never saw that
actually
coming.
listened to this whole album through, but I know we
Nope.
talked about when Nick and I were like agreeing on this point when we were talking about the Fort Minor album. Boom bap rap is kind of gas. Like it's just kind of awesome, and this album is no exception.
It's
so
amazing.
yeah, I've listened to this album quite a few times through, probably like 5 or 6. I guess that's not quite a few times, but it's sick. I like this album. So yeah.
I've heard a few songs on it, so I'm excited.
All right.
Me too.
You know, as a
This is-
pasty white guy, I think this is a pretty splendid selection.
Yeah.
Is this our first rap recommendation? If so, it's about time.
No, the first one was the white guy.
Yeah. Well, he's half Japanese.
The white guy?
Yeah,
Oh!
Mike Shinoda's The
Yeah.
Rising Tide. Or, my bad, Fort Minor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
What do you mean you guess? That's my goat.
I guess.
Of course it counts.
Like what? All right.
Yeah, that's what I said, I guess.
I linked the playlist
Okay.
if you want to just read off the recommendations, Dylan.
All right. So to summarize, we have 10,000 gex by 100 gex. We have, is it ammo or ammo? Because there's only
I
one.
believe it's ammo.
Okay, we have ammo by Bring Me the Horizon, and Straight Outta Compton by the NWA.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that that's
Go
just
ahead,
the
say their actual
abbreviation.
I was about to,
Yeah,
you know what's funny? I was about to ask what the abbreviation was. I thought it was like New World Hourder or something
Yeah, I think
like
that's it.
that. Like
No.
you know the NWO, right?
Nah.
No,
No.
it was the wrestling group with Hulk Hogan and Razor Ramon
Oh,
and Kevin Nash.
interesting.
Got to fucking shoehorn wrestling in again. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm
I'm
gonna cut that
unfamiliar.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fuck you. I'm the host. You can't do that.
Oh, you're not, you ain't the editor though.
That's true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anything else to discuss? Any final words
Nah.
before we depart for exactly one fortnight?
Nope.
Yeah, I ain't got shit.
All
Well,
right,
it's only
then.
gonna be
That'll be it
half a
from us.
fortnight, maybe.
Oh, potentially
Yeah, stay
we'll
tuned.
see. Yeah, viewers, keep your eyes and your ears peeled for the next episode whenever it comes out. We are waiting patiently to record it. We hope you are waiting patiently to listen to it. It's been a blast, as always, recording.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you've had a great time listening to this episode of the Ghost Syndicast.
I'm sure
I've
they
been your
did.
host, Dylan. I hope they did. Andrew, Nick, say goodbye, and to our viewers, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
It's always
Bye.
until next time, baby.
Until it isn't.